In today's video, I'm going to give you my 5 reasons why I think you should buy a Lincoln Town Car in 2024. The first reason is the price. Now, depending on where you're located and the mileage, you could find these Lincoln Town Cars on Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace for around $5,000. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less even than $5,000. And with how today's car market is, especially the used car market, as well as interest rates for financing a new car, being able to buy out one of these babies in cash and not have a monthly car note is a great reason alone to consider buying a Lincoln Town Car. So I know you're thinking, okay, well, your first reason is the price. Well, I could find other cars for under $5,000 or around $5,000 on Facebook Marketplace. Why does it have to be a Lincoln Town Car? Well, typically when people are shopping for a used car, they want to get the most bang for their buck. They're trying to get something that's affordable, but is also reliable and not going to break down, which leads me to my second point, reliability. This generation Lincoln Town Car you're looking at was produced from 2003 to 2011, and it is regarded as one of the most reliable vehicles that Ford/Lincoln has ever built. The 4.6-liter V8 as well as the 4-speed transmission have been known to go for over 300,000 miles in some instances. And with the car being in production from 2003 to 2011, there is an abundance of used parts. If anything does go wrong on this vehicle, there's plenty of parts you could get from either junkyards or find online, as well as plenty of forums and videos online that show people replacing common parts with this vehicle so that you could even DIY and get the job done yourself and save money. Now, I am not the most handy person, but I do like to work on my own stuff when I can and when I feel like I'm capable of doing it. I have been able to find multiple videos of multiple different jobs regarding this car on YouTube, such as replacing the fuel filter, as well as sealing the cowl to stop the rain leak that happens in these cars, etc., etc. Everything down to your typical oil change, which I also did a video on my channel, how to change the oil on this Lincoln Town Car. So far you have a car you could pick up for around $5,000, as well as one that is known for its reliability, as well as easy to work on and an abundance of parts in case something does break down. Now, when looking for a used vehicle, like I stated, those are 2 of the main reasons you want to buy a good used car. You're looking for something that's good on the pockets, it doesn't hurt your pockets too much, and it's reliable. But what are the other 3 reasons why you should pick a Lincoln Town Car instead of any other car for around $5,000 on Marketplace? Number 3 for me would have to go to the practicality of this car. Although I stand at 6 feet 2 inches tall, I'm a bigger guy, and fitting in this Lincoln Town Car is no problem. With this car being a larger, full-size sedan, there's plenty of room for me as well as my passengers. As you can see here, this is with my front driver's seat all the way back in the position that I drive in, and there's still plenty of leg room back here, as well as room if you wanted to strap in a car seat or 2 in the back if you have kids. Whether you're driving yourself in it, or other people, or your kids, you could have some peace of mind knowing that everybody is comfortable, as well as the Lincoln Town Car is also regarded as one of the safest cars in its segment at the time, with a 5-star crash rating. Next on the list would definitely have to be the ride quality. Now, after doing any bit of research on these Lincoln Town Cars, you will see time and time again people praise it for its ride quality with the air ride suspension that came stock on these cars. Now, originally when these cars came out, the air ride suspension would cost a good amount of money to fix if it ever went out. But nowadays in 2024, there are plenty of people who have their air ride bags or the compressor go out on these vehicles. It's as simple as switching over to coil springs or going through another brand instead of OEM, such as R-Knot, to replace the air ride suspension and have this thing riding better than some new cars on the road today. And for those of you guys that watched my last video, when I let my girlfriend drive this car, even she said compared to her 2019 Toyota RAV4, this car actually rides better than her car. Air ride suspension is just something that even in today's day and age, 15, 20 years later, it still rides better than the majority of vehicles on the road today. So this car is just comfortable. It's practical for number 3, and number 4 is that ride quality and just like the comfortability. You just can't beat it, especially for that price. If you could find one for $5,000, my car still has the original air ride suspension on it. Luckily, knock on wood, I haven't had any issues with it yet. I don't ever plan on changing over to the coilover springs. I know some of you guys say that the ride quality is basically the same. If the air ride ever goes out on this car, or I need to replace it for whatever reason, I definitely will keep the air ride suspension and go with some sort of aftermarket option. And last but not least, number 5 on the list is the just overall build quality of these cars. Sure, you might be able to go on Facebook Marketplace and find something as cheap as this car or as affordable as this car, but is it going to come with full leather, wood grain on the doors, wood grain on the steering wheels, and no squeaks, no cracking, no rattles inside the interior? As well as how quiet these cars are. There are people that literally get in my car and they don't even know it's on because of how smooth it is at idle and just how quiet it is. The sound dampening, the double pane windows, and whatever else insulation material that Lincoln put in these cars before they got them off the production line is just insane. I mean, it is literally just, you might only pay $4,000 or $5,000 for this car, but even in 2024, you will feel like you are riding in something way more expensive than that. So if you're watching this video and you're in the market for a used car, or maybe it's your first car, or maybe you're trying to buy a car for one of your kids, they just turned 16, 17, they want to get their first car, or you're just looking for a work car to get you from point A to point B that's not going to break the bank, that's reliable, that's practical, that's easy to repair if something goes wrong, you should really consider the Lincoln Town Car. And not only the Lincoln Town Car, this is built on the Panther platform with the Ford Crown Victoria and the Mercury Grand Marquis. So even if you cross shop with those cars, which have the same transmission and the same engine, there are plenty of options out there on Facebook Marketplace. All you gotta do is punch it in and just take a look, keep an eye out, and you could find something. I just happened to find this one with super low mileage, which is something I was looking for. I'm super happy with it, but do not be afraid to buy one of these things with 100,000, 150,000, even 200,000 miles, because like I said, there are plenty of resources out there to fix something if something does go wrong, and parts are cheap and plentiful. So don't feel like you're gonna break the bank if you get one of these cars. There are some things that do go wrong, such as the blend door actuators and some other things on these cars that you have to look out for. They're not perfect. They do have their things that happen, but for the most part, in 2024, this is one of the best vehicles, I think, personally, that anyone could buy. So that right there is going to conclude my video. Anything, I hope you guys learned something from this. If you're interested in learning more about a Lincoln Town Car, Ford Crown Vic, etc., check out the videos I have on my page. I have plenty of videos regarding this car on my page, going over things about it, things to look out for, maintenance tips, how-to videos, etc., as well as just look around and do a Google search online for those forums I was mentioning. But that's going to be it for today. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. It is beautiful out here. I'm going to go grab a bite to eat. As always, like, comment, subscribe if you appreciate the content or if you like it. If you have any questions regarding this car or any videos you want to see regarding this car, drop a comment below. Let me know. And as always, we will see you guys on the next video. Peace!